Am I the asshole for asking a friend to escort out his one-night stand in the middle of the night? Here's the story. My friend, 28 male, got in a fight with his parents and left home. He also had a breakup with his girlfriend. And asked me, 25 female, to stay with me for a while since he had no money and no place to stay, to which I agreed. The apartment I rent is really small and walls are really thin, communist buildings, and residents are usually older people prone to complaints, but we've been nice to each other for about 4 years now. Here starts the issue. My friend is constantly breaking the household rules of the building, not sure how it translates but i.e. 16 to 18H no noise rule. He smokes constantly even if he knows I have asthma. He keeps getting drunk and loud in the middle of the night. I've been trying to tell him politely that we have to compromise in this situation since if there's an issue I'll be kicked out and I can't afford to move since I've been spending my savings to feed us both. Last night he asked me if he can bring some people with him to chill, to which I said no because I was getting feverish from his smoking and constantly open window, and really needed my sleep. So barged into my room drunk in the middle of the night, scaring me shitless to the point I start shaking badly. He brought up his one-night stand and they were quite noisy, so I asked him to escort her out and he got pissed at me and he left with her. So am I the asshole for doing this? Also, he came this morning to get his stuff and repeatedly called me asshole and a liar when I told him how I got upset and scared. Not the asshole. It's time to ask your friend to leave. You are doing him a favor and he's actively making things inconvenient for you. Absolutely not the asshole. Cut him out of your life. You've put up with this, friend, way longer than you should have. This is no friend and he obviously has no respect for you. And you're wondering if you're the asshole? Come on. Not the asshole, how can you be one? He is for sure though. The nerve, the audacity, and how dumb can he be? No money, no place to go and yet screwed up the only person who is kind enough to support him on that both. You let him stay rent-free, feed him, even tolerate him breaking rules and risking you to be evicted only to mad at you just because you finally had enough. This man that. This child doesn't deserve your kindness and he for sure is not being a friend to you, more like using you and mooching off from you. You are better without him. Not the asshole. You were doing him a favor and he took advantage. Not the asshole. Come on, do you really have to ask? If you do, then you have some self-esteem issues because you are a doormat. If he is exactly as you described, he is not your friend. You were just there for him to take advantage of. He didn't care if his actions were going to get you kicked out of your apartment. You don't need people like this in your life. And the fact that you're even questioning whether you did the right thing leads me to believe that you've been letting people walk all over you for too long. Not the asshole. Sounds like an insufferable ingrate. Good riddance to him and best wishes to you for having the heart for taking him in to begin with when you were under no obligation to. Not the asshole. Let him go. He is not a friend. Friends care about each other, and when they accidentally hurt someone they apologize, not leave out of spite. The simple fact that you allowed this guy to walk all over you means that you have some personal growth in your future. Please look hard at your other relationships and see if you have other friends who are using you. That is such a sad way to live, and you deserve better. Not the asshole. Kick him out. It's like the unwritten golden rule that when you are a guest in another person's home, you do not bring a shag back. It's gross and disrespectful. You are 100% not the asshole. Get rid of that, friend, the word of which I use in a very sarcastic and loose tone, because a true friend would be bending over backwards to thank you for helping him out and doing everything they can to ensure you are not being disturbed in any way by their presence. NTA. Your friend sounds spoiled and ungrateful. Kick him out. Not the asshole for kicking them out. But, it sounds like you are paying for his food and lodging, so, we have to compromise in this situation, is false. In this situation, you need to be comfortable and he needs to do what is needed to make things that way. Not the asshole. You may be his friend, but he is not yours. He sees you as someone he can use and steamroll over, that's it. NTA. And keep him out. He disrespect your house, your time, yourself, and acts entitled when you feed him and keep a roof over his head for free. Good riddance. Not the asshole. Kick him out. Change your locks. You are definitely not the asshole. Can you change the locks on your place? You need to make sure you're safe and that he will never bother you again. Not the asshole. He isn't worth your friendship if this is how he treats your generosity. You are the asshole to yourself for having friends who don't give a shit about you or where you live. With friends like that, who needs enemies? Get him out and find new friends. Not the asshole. He's a bum. Not the asshole. You were nice enough to help him in a time of need and he's done nothing but disrespect you and your home. You did nothing wrong and I would honestly start thinking about if he's really your friend and should you keep him in your life. Why do you have to compromise anything? Instead of getting drunk, his ass needs to get a job and start paying for something. You're not his mother. You need to worry about yourself first. His needs come second. Not the asshole. But you are deluding yourself if you think that person is your friend. No friend would take advantage of and disrespect another like he is doing to you. Kick him out of both the apartment and your life and you will be so much happier. If this is what you consider a friend, I don't even want to know how bad your enemies are. Please throw this idiot out. Not the asshole. This guy has a funny way of saying, "Thank you for letting me stay at your place." Not the asshole. Your friend is basically a bag full of red flags. Not the asshole. Grow a pair and kick him out. Not the asshole. You told him the building rules, he broke them. You warned him nicely and he decided to freaking burst into your room while you were sleeping, startling you awake. Not cool in any universe. Granted, I'm biased as I go into a rage when I'm woken up from sleep by someone being loud. I don't handle it well at all because sleep is a precious resource to me and an ex used to terrorize me by keeping me awake. As soon as I'd fall asleep he'd do whatever he could to wake me back up. It was horrible. Needless to say, I now value sleep. Not the asshole. Kick his ass out. Holy shit, what a loser he is. Now you know why his parents kicked him out. Not the asshole. Stop calling this person a friend. Not the asshole. He took advantage of your kindness. You deserve a better friend. Not the asshole. Change your lock. Change the locks, honey. Not the asshole. Forever and ever, amen. You need to just kick him out. What are you waiting for? Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but if you don't kick him out now after all this you have no right to complain. He showed you how shitty and inconsiderate he is, don't take it. Not the asshole. I've been trying to tell him politely that we have to compromise, you don't have to compromise. He has to accommodate to your rules and be very grateful for your help. Don't let him move back in. Good riddance. Not the asshole, and he's not a friend at all. Count your blessings he's leaving on his own and you're not having to throw him out. No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. Not the asshole. At least he left before you threw him out. Don't take him back if he comes begging. Stop calling him a friend. He is not a friend to you. Even an acquaintance that was halfway decent would be grateful for your help. Cut him out of your life. He is a toxic, horrible human being. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. Given his lack of respect for you, I'm going to go out on a limb and say his parents and ex-girlfriend likely had the same sort of issues with him. It's time he leaves, if not only for your well-being but for him to stand on his own and finally grow up. This is why he got kicked out and dumped and you should follow suit. Not the asshole. You can actually get lung cancer from second-hand smoke. Not the asshole. I, 32M, see a lot of myself in what you have to say. You're offering this person help. They're taking advantage and disrespecting your boundaries, smoking, being loud and a general inconvenience. Thus they are disrespecting you as a person. They view your needs as less important than theirs. Then when you stand your ground, they gaslight you by making you out to be the bad guy or calling you toxic. Stand firm. Holding to your principles, setting boundaries and enforcing them will do you well in these instances. If they want your help, they need to follow your rules. Otherwise there's endhomelessness.org, not sure if links are allowed. That website has resources for those experiencing homelessness. Not the asshole. Your friend sucks, but 16 to 18H no noise rule. What kind of building's quiet hours are 4 to 6? Dude, kick him out. You are harming your physical and mental health. You are risking being homeless for someone who doesn't care about you. He is not your friend. Kick him out. Block his number. The sob story he will tell you is a lie. Not the asshole. Protect yourself. So he got in a fight with his parents and left home. He sounds like a spoiled brat, who has not learned how to give and take, to coexist peacefully with others, even though at 28 he should know better. Not the asshole. You don't really need to compromise. He's not paying rent. He needs to be a good and grateful guest, which he is not. Boy, bye. This guy isn't a friend. He's an immature freeloader. Kick him out and get your sanity back. So, a grown man gets kicked out of his parents' house and his girlfriend breaks up with him. He moved in with you, where he proceeds to disregard your building rules, threatening your housing and your health, and used your financial resources. I'd say I understand why the parents and girlfriend bailed. Not the asshole.